Hello everyone, this is Crashbug, and before I begin, I wanted to clear out a few things. All the characters or wrestlers in the game currently have 6 out of 8 moves released. So, if I say a character is good or character is bad, it's based on the first 6 moves, more specifically the first 5 moves, because I only have 3-star gold characters, and considering the sixth move, I will have assumptions moving forward and also some suggestions and recommendations as we go through this video. So, we have already seen how one new move can change the dynamic of the entire roster. So, with all those things bearing in mind, let's begin. So, let me give you guys a bit of context. A long time ago in the WWE Champions history, there used to be limited time tours which gave us tokens, and there used to be 4-star silver tokens at the end, which used to be as rare as 4-star gold tokens right now. So in order to get those 4-star silver tokens from the limited time tours, we had to go and play all those. But the point was, there always used to be some restrictions, and there happened to be a new gen restriction back then, and trust me, and most of the players did not have new gen characters. So that day I decided to make a list of characters that I can play with in every event moving forward. So I tried to make 3 rules to build my roster. The first rule was I will have to list out the characters, one per era, one for each era. And the second rule is one for each subclass, not class, subclass. And the third rule, every character should be related to one other on the list based on their training ability. So it's a bonus if he is related by a tag team as well, but most importantly he should be able to train one other on the list. So these are the 3 rules that I made, and that's how I have been moving forward. Now I'll be showing the list and what characters I have chosen so far. First, let me sort out the wrestlers based on men, because women's roster is not fully fledged right now, and there are only few to select. So and also I wanted to show you the roster from my perspective and how I see them. So it would only make sense if I change the arrangement based on it's on talent right now. I would put it based on class, I can go through each class and what characters I have chosen. There's a lot to cover, and you guys have to buckle up. So first character you see is Ricky Steamboat, and I did not have any choice to go with. My striker class was the weakest class for a very long time. After the trainers came in. So as soon as I got Ricky Steamboat on the SummerSlam, I think I showered him with all the striker tokens that I had, and immediately moved him to 3-star gold. And he's not a bad character, by the way. He's pretty good for a striker, but definitely he wasn't my first choice. My first choice was Papa Shango, but the game decided to give me Ricky Steamboat, so I just went with it, and by no means I am disappointed in any way. So my first 3-star gold selection is Ricky Steamboat. Now let's move on to the Attitude Era. We all have Gold Dust and Devon Dudley free for us from the premium chips, and they were the guys from Attitude Era in my roster. But after the trainer stuff came in, I didn't feel they were good enough as a wrestler and their movesets were not impressive. So then I saw Anvil. I wanted to get Anvil, and then someday Sting was about to be released, and he was also the new red MP trainer. So now Sting was the most I felt like he won't be achievable because I felt his moveset and his training ability are so good, and then I had to decide between Anvil and Sting, as I did get Sting, and from the key pulls, by all means, the game actually gave everyone Sting. So it was a long time coming, and I was very happy when I got him. And it's a long debate who to choose, Sting or Anvil, but now I have decided to go with Sting as my Attitude Era character, because Matt Hardy can only train one multiplier character, and that multiplier character I have chosen to go with Big Boss Man as a new gen character striker. Now he's at the bottom of the barrel of all the strikers right now, and he's not considered good at all, and that's why I will go with Big Boss Man, because those are the characters who get an awesome move when the new move hits. So my choice for new gen striker is Bossman. Although I will increase Rocky Maivia up to 5k for training purposes. So now I have covered the Legends era striker, Attitude era striker, and a new gen striker. Now the time for modern era character. So here's the thing: all the characters you have seen, you are seeing on this screen right now. Braveheart is at 3-star gold. He was the victim of circumstance, guys. I had to max out an event, and I needed one 3-star character, and Braveheart was ready to be enhanced. No other character, and I had to make a 3-star gold out of him. So I did make a 3-star gold, and he just gets me through the dailies, but he was never my choice. Although he is very good, I would recommend going with Braveheart, but not my choice. Next, you see Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is the reason why I play this game, because that's a long story. I will be covering it in some other video. Next, Undertaker, Carl Anderson. As you see, those are all trainers, and they will not go ever beyond 5k. And I have a slot for modern era with chaotic subclass. So the choice is between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. There is also Nakamura, but he will always be the bridge fodder, because Undertaker has the same training ability, and I don't need another power gem trainer. And the choice I have to make is between Seth and Roman Reigns. Now if you see my roster entirely, Roman is a good choice, but I do want a guy from Shield, because Shield guys are like everywhere on the road. So until recently, this was a big dilemma for me, and I have chosen to go with Seth Rollins while Roman Reigns stays at 5k, because Roman Reigns, I guess I only need his training ability, and if I get Naomi, Roman Reigns will be a trainer for her, and I have decided to go with Seth Rollins as a modern era character. Now for the rest of them, Triple H 5k trainer, Steve Austin 5k trainer, Rocky Maivia 5k trainer, and the rest of them will remain as is now. So while I want to address that Baron Corbin is awesome, but right now if I concentrate on him, it will be just like wasting resources. So I do recommend Baron Corbin if you guys have it, but not for me at the moment. Alright, those are my four strikers. So I have chosen Ricky Steamboat, Sting, Seth Rollins, and Bossman as my four primary strikers. Now let's move on to the acrobats. Um, acrobats is also missing a new gen guy in the game entirely. So making choices is a little risky, but even then, I never had a hint or hope for getting a Legends era character. Macho Man was there, but he seemed too exclusive to get. But then, in the Vault event SummerSlam, I got Sting, and I am so pleased and glad that he dropped not only once but twice. So, with Sting, and he's a focused acrobat, and he made my decision for Attitude Era easier as I went with RVD, and RVD needed Edge, and Edge was not available until recently, where he dropped from keys. He kept dropping, so I think they went easy on getting Edge, and now I'm confirmed that I'll be going with RVD. So that's my acrobat choices. Until new gen guy pops up, I think that will be my acrobat um, choice for now. Addressing the remaining, Seth Rollins. He is awesome character for a free player, and he was my first 3-star silver, and from all the classes, he was my first 3-star silver. Then we have Daniel Bryan, awesome trainer for tricksters and anyone who uses purple gems. Then there's Callisto. Callisto will remain at 3-star bronze for now. I was getting Jeff Hardy up for, I hoped for Ultimate Warrior, so he was going to be a trainer for Ultimate Warrior, but I don't have him yet, so I will slowly work on Jeff. Next, there's Darren Young, the free guy who everyone has, but they only use him for expeditions. And I have no plans for Darren Young. And next is Neville. WWE has no plans for Neville. Next, Kofi Kingston. I will get him to 5k. He's an essential trainer for some characters. And there's Sin Cara as well. And the last 4 guys, you see Jericho, Neville, Sami Zayn. Some would argue that Sami Zayn would have been a better choice for the modern era character, but as you see, his Koji clutch, which may be a submission, can be a red submission, and that red submission along with heals may be good for him in the future, but I cannot wait when the 7th or 8th move will appear. So until then, to do the dailies, I have Dolph Ziggler, so he was my choice above Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn will be good in the future, I believe that, but for now, Dolph Ziggler is going all the way, and the rest of the characters will remain as is. That's it for the acrobats. Now let's move on to technicians. Stardust. He has been hit by the nerf hammer so hard that he does seem like a weak prospect. because uh, I think he just slipped through the cracks and he is far better than any free superstar. I do have him 3-star gold for a very long time, and he did help me a lot in getting tokens and getting through the events. But I will just leave Stardust at 3-star gold for now. As for the focus technician, I have moved on with Chris Jericho, who is at 3-star gold. He is not good at this point, but at 4 stars with his countdown gems, he is going to be good. So, my first choice for a technician is Chris Jericho from the Attitude Era. Now, the second choice from the New Gen Era is obviously Doink, and he was given as a 3-star, full 3-star in June Blue event. I do not regret choosing Doink over Ultimate Warrior, as I wanted them both. Doink is awesome recycler, and although people are scared to enhance him because the Luke Harper situation, but there are trainers coming for Purple Destroyer, Purple Move Destroyer, so Doink won't be that difficult to handle. And from the modern era, I have chosen Kevin Owens. I know Kevin Owens doesn't seem to be a great character, but he's not a bad character. He is the character, as he is going to get choose move at 4-star. That will make him a little better, and also his finisher pop-up power bomb is coming in the future. So I think choosing Kevin Owens is a good idea. Next, from the Legends era, you see that I have Paul Orndorff a 3-star bronze. Now you may say, what the hell am I doing? But you know how long I have waited to get Jake the Snake Roberts, and he came so close in the SummerSlam event. When I was doing pulls for the SummerSlam crate, with all that saved cash, I got Tricky Steamboat. I was very pleased, but I was aiming for some other characters as well. Jake the Snake was one of them, and I did not get him. I did an entire event to get AJ Styles only for Jake. I did not get AJ Styles, I did not get Jake the Snake. So at the end, what I had to do is go with Paul Orndorff. Just keep calm and go with Paul Orndorff. So he's also a tag team partner with Sting. So that way I got the bonus, but the third rule is the training ability is not satisfied with Paul Orndorff. So I still am hoping that we will get a chance at Jake the Snake somewhere down the line. And until then, I'll be working on Kevin Owens. Okay, let's move on to Tricksters. And all the other technicians you saw, I am not working on them. So that's the story. Let's move on with Tricksters. And you see Razor at the top. He was an unexpected guy to get into my roster. I never planned for Razor, nor did I aimed at getting him. I only aim at 2-star silvers from the Mega Superstar crate. I got him from the second or third player choice, and I used to spend real money back then, and he just dropped and changed the entire Trickster division for my roster. He is good, he is awesome. With Sting training him, there is no stopping Razor, and So he is the first trickster, and then you see Bray, who is training my I mean technicians, and George Steele and Xavier Woods. All of these are awesome trainers. There's also Lawler and Big Show. As I said, bottom of the barrel. Big Show was so much hated in the entire community that he became awesome with one new move. So now he is a possible great guy for everyone out there, and for me as well. Now I have a dilemma with tricksters. So for the modern era character and legends era, chaotic tricksters, I have only two: Xavier Woods and Jerry the King Lawler. And if I go with one of them, anyone, then I have to choose a character according to that, mm, on the legend side or modern era side. I'll tell you how. If I go with Xavier Woods, then the legends era guy is going to be George Steele. And if I go with Lawler, I have to go with Big Show. So the problem is which combination is good. After thinking a lot, I thought of going with Big Show because he is full 3 stars, and I have already lost um, my star with George Steele and Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods may not be possible, but I have lost a chance with George Steele, and George Steele will never get those gem damages, as his moveset is mostly based on the gem damage. He has an awesome finisher, but I think I will go with Big Show right now. Big Show and Lawler. My Legends era Lawler. It's funny enough, but I have a moveset for him as well, and someone is going to train him. As the above selected characters you've seen, I will come up with a moveset for Lawler as well. So there you have it, guys. My 4 selections, actually 3 selections, and one more character I'm missing is Attitude Era guy. Now from the Attitude Era, I have only one choice, and he is Bret the Hitman Hart. Now I missed The Rock during the road, which was my motivation for playing, by 2 chapters. I missed The Rock by 2 chapters. I couldn't get to him, and currently the situation is I only have Bret the Hitman Hart as Attitude Era guy, and to make him good, I wanted Jinder for so long until recently. When I say recently, only 2 weeks ago, I guess, when I did a pull. Not 2 weeks ago. It was quite recent. If you haven't seen my single pull video, I got Jinder, and Bret Hart, I feel, is already good with Jinder. So I do have to make him full 3 stars before I can make him full 3-star gold. But that's it. That's the story of Attitude Era character, and these are my 4 choices for the tricksters. As I said earlier, I did not have any plans for Razor. If I did not have him, Deadman would have been my main guy for New Gen. But anyways, the bottom row you see Ric Flair and Kevin Owens. Those two are awesome characters, but no place in my roster. I'm lucky to have them, but I recommend, if anybody is working on a trickster and they have these guys, they are the best. Let's move on to the Powerhouse class. And at the top, you see Texas Revenant. He is so far the best in my roster. He's not going to move. Um, he's an Attitude Era guy with as a defensive powerhouse, and I have to build the entire Powerhouse division based on him. So as you see the next row, Luke Harper, Rusev, Stud, Titus, Braun Strowman, all of them are very good trainers. So I have them at 5k for now. But when I have to choose, um, first the modern era character. I have not decided between Luke Harper and Braun Strowman, but it's inclined more towards Luke Harper. I don't know why the game keeps restricting us with Luke Harper, and there are plenty of those on the road. So currently, my other choice for the new gen is currently British Bulldog. I have only two choices, British Bulldog and Bam Bam Bigelow. As my powerhouse slot is taken by the Attitude Era guy, I cannot choose Bam Bam Bigelow. He's another defensive powerhouse. So for the new gen, it's British Bulldog. And as I said, I wanted Ultimate Warrior. There would have been a lot of change. If Ultimate Warrior was on my roster, I would have gone with Rusev. But unfortunately, I have to go with Luke Harper. And for the Legends era, I have chosen Big John Studd. Now he is slow, but the 4-star move, the new move, has shown me that he can be viable. And there's also Iron Sheik, but he doesn't satisfy my third rule for now. And I don't think I will be simply spending tokens to get ahead with Iron Sheik. I also need one blast gem guy, so I thought I'll be selecting Stud for that purpose. Although Iron Sheik is awesome, there's no hope for Ryback or Wade Barrett. They are only trainers. And the rest of the powerhouses, as you see down below, will always be level 1. Although a big Cass, maybe I need his defensive ability at some point, but for now they will always remain at 0. And Big Show will be a 5k trainer for Big John Studd. How their names are already big, but these are my choices for now. And so I do need Ultimate Warrior real quick to make some changes. But anyways, that's it for Powerhouse. And let's move on to Showboats. Now Showboats are set. I don't have to look anywhere else. And my first 4 Showboats are actually what I have chosen. Andre was the obvious choice as soon as I got full 3-star of him. For a Legends character, he's also very good. Next is Enzo. For a modern era character, there's no healing character in the game like him. And there's Diesel for the new gen and DDP for the Attitude Era. The other characters you see, Harlem Heat Booker T is a trainer for DDP. Cena can train anyone. Big E can is a trainer for Enzo. As Showboat Ziggler is a trainer for Andre. No plans for Undertaker Showboat. If Enzo gets nerfed or anything happens in the future, I have a backup plan of modern era character as The Rock. and if I have completed my list of showboats already, then I will be working on rock. So, and the rest of the characters will remain as is. Now let's look at the women's division. There are not many, but let's see it anyway. Now I'm in the stage of selecting one per class. So Nia Jax is the first choice, and the rest of them are not even close. Nia Jax will go all the way as a powerhouse. I've chosen her because there are not many powerhouses in real life, and to be in the game, they have to be very rare. So, next choice Naomi over Alexa. Not because Alexa is bad, but Alexa's trainers are very exclusive, and I do want Naomi over Alexa. So, there you have it, just two, Naya and Naomi fixed for now. Powerhouses and acrobats, that's it, nothing else. There you have it, guys, all the roster that I have, how I planned them and how I have been working on them. This was the entire saga of my WWE champions. It has been a long video. Thank you guys for making it through, and we went through all that. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, please leave a like, and also you see that button down there, just scroll below the video, you see that red button flashing. If you click on it, it will certainly change into gray and you will be subscribed. Please do subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.